Welcome to the ATM, Ami-Dade Stadium in the heart of downtown Atlanta, home to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Ramblin' Wreck ready to roll here today. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement, big playoff implications. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Hoosiers will kick this away to get us going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The linebacker shifting around now. And looking to throw now on first down. Now rolling out to his left. It's a sack. They've got it back at the 4-yard line.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? The offense decides to drop back on the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Ball handed off. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And in first down, they go right back to him. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? The throw, it's Jackson. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out, and they put something together in this drive. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And they get him down after the completion. The Yellow Jackets come to the line to run the hurry-up. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Close to the tight end. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
On 3rd and short, the offense coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here. They're just not able to hit it.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. The punt will bounce and go out of bounds. They'll spot it near the 25. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They bring it down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Jackson. And here comes a deep shot. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. He's moving out of the pocket now. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down marker.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He's swarmed by the defense.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot here. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. 1st down here for the this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Jackson. Bringing pressure. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Here's the option play. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's that defense shifting again. Oh, here comes the reverse. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained. And that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner steps out. They'll mark the football right there. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. In the clear at the 25. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line to give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Grab down the middle. It's long. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And the Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we had good recognition by the quarterback. When he gets it down to the tight end, you can see what he can do after the catch.
Yellow Jackets come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They're going to run the option. And that run produces a decent gain.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. And the Yellow Jackets looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Trying to extend the play. Looks to his left and makes the completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Back to pass. It's Jackson. Here's the throw deep downfield. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Indiana.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the ball to the ground. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Man, Chris, we could hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Extra point splits the uprights. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First down, we're going to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down play coming up. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick it away. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Incomplete, a huge fourth down stand.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone, and you're going for it here? You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass. It's Jackson. Quick throw over the middle. The pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to pass here on second down. We'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They tried a desperation pass there as time runs out in the first half. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. He should have left the ball in the end zone. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. See if the offense can move the chains with that incompletion. On third down, it's a handoff. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's that offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that first down.
The Hoosiers pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Looking to throw. It's Jackson. Lets it go under heavy pressure. Takes a shot. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. They'll return it from inside the 5. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. And he steps out of bounds. That's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
A nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They'll try the right here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
To the air, it's Jackson. And they heave it deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And he pulls in the catch. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. And the Hoosiers line up on 1st and 10 now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Will he score here? Touchdown, Hoosiers. This offense really clicking. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Georgia Tech, 14.
Turn starts inside the 15. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. They cannot stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Time for one more play here in the quarter. To throw, it's Jackson. The pass rush closing in. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter.
Indiana, 35. Georgia Tech, 21.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kurt.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. He's escaping the pocket now. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. He's brought down, but that strong, stiff arm helped him to a first down.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 15. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. The Hoosiers pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Looking to throw again. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. He's running out of time here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they stop him just short, but defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move.
Touchdown, Indiana. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kurt.
Well, I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter.
Georgia Tech, 21.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they tackle him at the 8. The offense starts backed up on his possession. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Back in motion now. He's past the marker and still going. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all been? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. Is that right there? Oh, that's what they've been looking for all game.
They make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk of yardage on that play. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Handoff to the back. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Second down after that previous play. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And the Hoosiers will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Makes a quick catch. Oh, and he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it.
Just a great job by this defense to knock that ball loose and get a critical turnover here late in the game, working with the lead. You get the ball back to your offense, and now a chance to secure victory.
And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the same runner's got it again. Hurdling up and over. They eventually get him down, but that hurdle extended the run. He got him first down yardage.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, And it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Second down and goal upcoming. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result.